I'm in the beautiful Sloane Square studio of Louis Mariette, official milliner to this year's Investec Derby Festival. Louis, gorgeous collection.
Thank you, Hannah.
Can you tell me a little bit more about your role as official milliner?
Oh, well, this year is terribly exciting and very much a privilege as well. I've been invited by Epsom Downs Racecourse and their wonderful sponsors, Investec, to be part of this wonderful celebration and occasion. The races, it's all about fun and joie de vivre.
So what does an official milliner do?
Well, I get the privilege of working with one of the most beautiful and glamorous models in the world, of course, the gorgeous Erin O'Connor. You know, the look about her is just exciting, it's refreshing, and of course, that's what the Derby's all about. But I think, to me, the most exciting part is getting to judge the most glamorous and well-dressed lady of the actual event. Now,
you've designed a hat for the Derby.
That's right.
And Erin's going to be wearing the hat.
Absolutely.
And is this the hat here?
It absolutely is. And I'll tell you a little bit about this piece, actually. This was actually inspired by my childhood when I used to live in Botswana. And one of my favourite birds I used to always watch was the lilac-breasted roller. And its feather plumage has this rich, opulent colours. And I really wanted to bring in the texture and the passion in it. And it's also, you know, as well as the front impact, one of the things I'll always say is when a lady wears a hat, don't always think of the design on the actual front, but also bring in the design at the back. And of course, it's all about detail, detail, detail.
Do you have any idea what Erin O'Connor's going to wear with the hat?
Oh, well, she's going to be wearing the most beautiful dress by one of my favourite British designers, and it's Felicity Brown. And we really collaborated closely together, bringing in her beautiful, intricate trimmings and finishing, and then it sort of blends up into the hat. And it really is just this one-off couture item that just looks sensational.
So when will Erin O'Connor be wearing your hat?
My favourite day, Ladies' Day, so it's very exciting. And of course, Erin and I will be judging on the day for the best dressed lady. So we get to swan around, mingling with all these wonderful ladies who are dressed like peacocks. But it's going to be a tough decision to see who's the winner for that top prize.
What else are you looking forward to at the Investec Derby Festival?
Oh, with a staggering 120,000 guests attending this event, I'm telling you, it's going to be showcasing the very best of British millinery, British fashion designers, and of course every accessory that goes with the lady. It's about knowing that the best of British will be attending, and it's a reflection of what the Derby is all about. And it's all about fun, fun, fun.
So Louis, this is your ready-to-wear collection. Can you tell us a little bit about what's in fashion at the moment, hat-wise?
What we're finding was there was a lot of block colouring, so your orange, your reds, your yellows and greens. What you can actually do is go for really intense colours as well. But as I said, blocking was the main tip I would have said for the season.
And are there any particular trends with hats?
Do you know, it really is down to the event. If you're into casual wear, you know, I always think, you know, more simpler shapes, for example, with a small brim, you know, high crown, they can be quite funky, you know, it's that sort of modern cool girl look. But then, you know, you go for a design like this, which is sort of, it's a more classic Audrey Hepburn style. Again, I love this for weddings. I think it really suits. Yet this part, there's a practicality element as well to it. But, you know, I think, again, going back down to, it's really down to the wearer and how she wants to carry off the look. It's really about that boldness.
What should a woman think about when she's looking at different hats in terms of shapes and sizes?
You know, really think about maybe your skin colouring, your palette. Also, you know, when you're wearing makeup, your whole skin tone changes. So also think about what you usually wear. And then, you know, maybe pick up tones that are actually in the hat. I mean, this piece here, I mean, this would be too much for most people to wear, but you know what? If you wore a black cocktail dress and then picked up in the makeup with hints of gold, the embellishing and the bead and the crystals and everything else of that, it's a real showcase. So if you walk to a special event like a cocktail party, I tell you what, you will be the belle of the ball. And that's half the fun.
What should a woman think about when she's choosing what hat to wear?
You know what, really understand the outfit you're going to wear. But sometimes, you know, with shapes and sizes, it's about the form of your size, your shape. That can make a total difference. But then again, you know what, once you've tried on a piece, experiment and just, you know when you look in a mirror and it feels right. But you know what, don't also be, you know, thinking, oh, this is far too dramatic a design for me. Unless you try it on, you'll never know.
What are your 3 top tips for fabulous hat wearing?
Well, I think it's really important. Why don't you do research onto past eras which were really exciting and inspiring for the 1920s, the 50s, but then bring it up to the modern times and add your own twist to it, which is actually quite fabulous. The other thing I always say is elongate your neck and think about your posture when you're wearing your whole look. And think of the days when you're a ballerina, because girls, you're going to need it on that day. And finally, ladies, Be practical. Now think about it, you're going to be going down to the Derby in a car with a giant hat. So maybe, you know, if you're going to have fellow passengers, downsize the hat. But then ladies, who am I to say anything? Dump your fellow passenger and steal the show.